Hello everyone, welcome to the mat this morning. It's a beautiful day and I actually have a wonderful friend here and we quite quickly introduce each other. Come on here, Kathy, say hi. Hello. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so we practice together, okay? So start in a cross-leg position, roll the shoulder heads back and sit up tall. We'll do some core work this morning. Kathy really likes that. And also some hip openers, okay? So as you sit up tall, root down into your sit bones, roll the shoulder heads back, soften the navel in, take your gaze forward, open your peripheral vision, and then with the exhalation, close your eyes. Draw your gaze inward. And then focus on your breath, both the inhale and exhale. And to let the breath be your guide to come into the present moment. Being fully here on the mat, physically, mentally, spiritually. And as you start deepening and lengthening the inhale and exhale, feel the rise and fall of your chest, the expansion in your rib cage as you inhale. And as you exhale, soften, everything falls into the center. And then maybe set an intention for this practice. Anything you need from the practice, or maybe just simply you want to be in the present moment. And bring your hands to the heart. Press your thumbs into the heart and bow your head. And seal your intention. And then we release the hands, blink your eyes open and lift the head. Okay, let's start on our back. And do some core work. Start with rolling the outer arms, the outer shoulders down to the mat. Hold on to the mat and then do some tilting in your pelvis. So lower the lower back down and draw the pubic bone and tailbone towards the back of the knees. And then come into neutral, so the lower back is lifted. And then emphasize that lift in your lower back a little bit more. Come into neutral and again press the lower back down. So pelvic movement here, pelvic tilts. Neutral, draw the tailbone and pubic bone downward, lift up the lower back a little bit more. Come into neutral, press the lower back down, pubic bone and tailbone rise. We want to keep that, so keep that, draw the navel center in and take both legs towards the sky. Hold on to the outer edges of the mat and lower the right leg down and lift it back up. Left leg down and lift it back up. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Exhale down, inhale lift. Go as fast or as slow as you like. If you feel your lower back is lifting up, you can also bend your knees when you go down or don't lower down as far. Go with your own pace. Do a few more. One more on each side. And then bring your knees into the chest. Hug your knees in. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Lift your chest and lift your forehead towards the knees. Make yourself into a tiny little ball. And exhale, release back down. From here, keep your shins perpendicular. Reach your hands towards the sky. Lift the shoulder heads up. Cross your right arm above your left. Give yourself a hug. So walk your hands as far underneath as you can. From here, cross your left leg over the right. You can stay here with the feet touching by the side, or cross your left foot behind the right calf. And then reach your arms up, keep the cross in your elbows, and cross them one more time, pressing your palms together, or take the back of the hands together. Lift the elbows, the forearms towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift the chest and touch your elbows towards the knees. And inhale, release. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And inhale. Release your hands, take them overhead, release your legs, and exhale, keep them in angle here. Keep pressing your lower back down. Bend your knees again. Reach your arms towards the sky, left arm above your right, and give yourself a hug. Right leg above your left. Take your right foot behind the left calf. And release your hands. Take them towards the ceiling. Cross them one more time. Forearms parallel towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift. Inhale, let go. Exhale. Keep your lower back pressing down. Exhale. Keep going, keep smiling. One more. And release, hands overhead, release your legs. And now very slowly lower both legs down to the mat and stretch yourself out. Reach your hands behind you. And then exhale, bring your knees back into the chest. Massage your lower back. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Again, lift your forehead towards the knees. We keep that lift. Interlace your hands behind your neck, behind the head. Now, important is that you don't pull on the head, so let the head be heavy and use your core to lift up. Keep your legs perpendicular, straighten your right leg forward. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the other side. Back to the center. And come back. And breathe. Two more on each side. And release back down. Okay, and then cross your ankles and rock back and forth and come all the way up. Come up onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers. Align your wrists underneath your shoulders. Broaden your upper back. Navel center firms in. Engage your core. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Release your belly down, heart forward. Shoulder heads move back. Exhale and round your spine. Tuck your tailbone down. Tuck your chin. Inhale, uncurl the toes. Extend the heart forward. And exhale, rounding your spine towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Heart forward. Shoulder heads move back. Exhale and round. Go in your own pace. If you need to go slower, go slower. If you want to go faster, go faster. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come into neutral. And we step the right leg back. Lift the right leg parallel to the mat. Take your left arm forward. Hug your left hip in and right outer hip down. Exhale, knee to the nose and elbow all the way back into the belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, lower the left hand, lower the right knee down. We do the other side, straighten the left leg back. Open the back of that knee. Lift it parallel to the mat. Hug your right hip in. Take your right arm forward. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. And exhale, lower the right foot down, right hand down, left knee down. All right. I get a cramp here on the right side, so I have to shake it a little bit. All right, so step, curl the toes under, and come into your first downward facing dog. I take my hands slightly forward, so they are in an angle. Curl the toes under, lift your sit bones up and back, and you can keep your knees bent or straighten the legs or pedal your heels. Do whatever you need to do. The only thing, you don't want to have too much weight forward onto your shoulders. Lengthen upward. Important that you lift the top of the thigh bones up and back. Keep breathing. Releasing your heels towards the mat if you have straight legs. And it's not important that the heels are touching, it's just the action of releasing your heels down. Lifting the toes. Come back to your breath. Staying in the present moment. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. And exhale, lower your knees back down to the mat. Walk your hands again underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. And draw the navel center in. Draw the front ribs in. Broaden your upper back and lift the knees just an inch away from the mat. Rounding your spine. Keep breathing. And exhale, lower the knees down to the mat and lift the heart. And exhale, rounding your spine, tuck the tailbone, lift the knees. Tuck your chin. And release your knees back down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale again, rounding, rounding, rounding. Tailbone down, lift the knees. And exhale, release your legs down. Walk your hands a little bit forward. Again, downward facing dog. I like to lift and spread the toes a little bit. Lift the top of the thigh bones up and back. Lift the kneecaps, firming your quadriceps. Draw the outer arms, your triceps down, your biceps lift, and then you root down through the inner hands. Lots to do, lots to stay in the present moment. Inhale, lift up your gaze. And exhale, walk your feet forward in between the hands. Come halfway up, lengthen, shoulder heads lift. Shifting forward, exhale and fold. Take your hands down to the mat and heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Take your first two fingers, your peace fingers, and grab your big toe. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bend all the way down. You can bend your knees here or straighten the legs. Lift the shoulder heads away from the ears. Shake your head yes and shake it no. Inhale halfway. Take your thumbs into your hip creases. Walk your feet even a little bit wider. And maybe take your toes slightly out to the side. Bend your knees and come down into Malasana. Bring your hands to the heart. Press your knees into your shoulders. Crown of the head lifts up. Navel center lifts up. Exhale and release. One more time, squeeze your lower abdominal muscles. Feel like drawing the sit bones and the hips towards each other. And release. One more time, squeeze. And release. Straighten your legs, come into a forward fold. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up, and exhale, hands back to the heart. Take your hands behind your back and interlace your right thumb above your left. Shoulder heads back and straighten your arms. It's nice to have somebody here. Okay, exhale, it is. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips, take your hands towards the ceiling. Shake your head yes and shake it no. Now bend your knees deeply. Release your chest. Lift the chest, release your hands, take them towards the ceiling. Rock back towards the heels. Draw the outer hips back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Press down into your feet, again come into chair pose. Take your hands behind you again, left thumb above your right, shoulder heads back, straighten your arms. And exhale, forward fold, let the head go, take your hands towards the ceiling. Shake your head yes and shake it no. Bend your knees again, lift the heart, release your hands, take them back towards the sky, and straighten your legs and bring your hands back to the heart center. Okay, let's do 3 sun salutation A together. Okay, inhale, reach your arms towards the sky, Utthita Hasta in Tadasana. With the exhalation, folding forward, leading with the heart. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, and step your right leg back. Lift the top of the right thigh bone, and without any disturbance in your pelvis, step your left leg back. Keep it lifted, shift forward, lower to the heights of your elbows, lower all the way down to the mat. Take your leg down. If you're a woman, take your feet a little bit wider, pull back on the heels of the hands, lift up to a low cobra, lift the kneecaps, exhale and fold. Bring your feet back together, press down into your hands, either plank or table. Lift yourself back up, downward facing dog. Keep your breath flowing. Inhale, lift up the gaze. Exhale, step or hop your feet forward in between the hands. Come halfway up, lengthen. Shoulder heads lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, rise up with a straight spine. Exhale, back to the heart. Keep rooting down into your feet. Inhale, Utthita Hasta. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to Ardha, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, step your left leg back. Lift the top of the left thigh bone, right leg back. Shift forward, lower to the heights of your elbows. Inhale, lift up to an upward dog. Shoulder heads move back, tailbone long. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep your breath flowing. Stay present. Again, use your breath as a guide, as a tool to stay in the present moment. To be here fully, mentally, physically, spiritually. Give yourself that gift, the present. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale all the way out, bend your knees, step or hop forward. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, back to the heart. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, step or hop back. If you hop back, hop into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, shoulder heads back, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inner thigh move back. Everything is engaged. Breath stays long. Take 3 more breaths in silence, in stillness. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or hop your feet forward in between the hands. Halfway up, lengthen, extending your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, back to the heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, leading with the heart. Lift your right foot, take your right hand underneath that foot until your toes are touching your wrists. Take your left hand underneath your left foot, shift slightly forward towards your ball mounts, and with your toes massage your wrists. And then maybe take your elbows out to the side, Shake your head yes, shake it no. Again, you can bend your knees here if you need to. And then release your hands. Come halfway up. Heel to your feet out to the side. Bend your knees, come into Malasana. Press your knees into your upper arms. Lift the heart. Press your thumbs into the heart center. How is that for your knees? Okay. Inhale, straighten the legs. Heel to your feet back together. Step or hop back. You can lower through Chaturanga or can step into downward facing dog. Listen to what your body needs. Upward dog, beautiful. And exhale, downward facing dog. With the inhalation, take your right leg towards the ceiling. Come onto the tippy toes of your left foot and bring your right knee into the chest, rounding your spine, shifting all the way forward. Inhale, take your leg up and back. Externally rotate the femur bone, lift the leg a little bit higher, but keep your shoulders square. Bend your knee, take your right heel over to the left sit bone. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, square the pelvis and lower the right foot back down. Left leg rises, inhale, lifting up. External rotate. Oh, first we take the knee to the nose. Come in, shift forward. Inhale, take your leg up and back. Lift the leg a little bit higher, external rotation. Bend your knee, take your heel over to the right sit bone. And straighten the leg again and lower that foot down to the mat. And I quickly turn around. Take your right leg back towards the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward. Lift the gaze and step your foot through. Ground your left foot to the mat. Align your heel to arch. Windmill your arms up, Virabhadrasana 2. Align your front knee on top of your front ankle. Lengthen the inner groins. Align your heart on top of your pelvis. Press through the outer edges of your back foot and then take your gaze over your right middle finger. And breathe. Anchor your tailbone down. And then release your left hand down and reach your right arm overhead. Send your right knee a little bit deeper. And then reach forward, take your right hand to the inside of your right leg. If you need to, you can take a block here. Left hand towards the ceiling. Hug your right outer hip in. And internally rotate the left arm. Take your left hand behind you. Lift your right arm and interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the right shoulder away from your right leg. Left shoulder head lifts. Release your hands. Left hand back towards the sky. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Both hands to the instep of your right foot. Lift the left heel up. Heel to your right foot a little bit over to the right side. Lift the top of the right leg, right side. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, lower your elbows down to the mat. If you collapse on the left side, you can also lower the knee down to the mat. You also have the option of taking your elbows onto a block. Okay? So do it according to your body. We don't have to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. Just be joyful, be happy, and breathe. And then from here, we straighten the arms again. Okay? Take your right hand and grab your right heel and lower the right shoulder a little bit deeper. Take your left fingertips out to the left side. Take your right fingertips out to the side. Maybe taking your hands towards the ceiling. Maybe interlacing your hands behind your back. And then release. Take both hands down, straighten the arms, and take your right leg back. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. I turn around again. Inhale, take your left leg towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward. Inhale, take your leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lift the gaze and step your foot through, grounding your right foot. Heel to arch, windmill arms up, Virabhadrasana 2. Lengthen the inner groins. Anchor your tailbone down. Arms are shoulder height. Release your right hand down, lift the left. Keep your left knee bent. Roll the back of the skull back. And then exhale, hinge forward. Take your left fingertips to the inside, rotate the chest open, right hand towards the sky. Use a block if needed. And always you can stay right here. If you're going further, to internally rotate that arm, take it behind you, take your left arm on the knees, come into a bind. And release your bind, right hand back towards the sky. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Lift the right heel, heel toe your left foot over to the left. Keep the top of the right thigh bone lifted. Option 1, again, you can lower the right knee down if you like. Lower the elbows on a block or all the way down to the mat. Okay, and then straighten your arms again. From here, take your left hand, the heel of the left hand behind the heel of the foot, lower the shoulder on the knees. Take your hands out to the side, maybe lifting your arms towards the sky, maybe interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the chest, crown of the head forward. And slowly release your hands. Lifting up, step your left leg back. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog, shoulder heads back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heels. Exhale, lower your knees down and come into a child's pose. I bend my elbows, take the forehead onto the hands. If child's pose is challenging, support yourself with a blanket. Okay, and then straighten your arms forward again. Shift forward, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the gaze and walk your hands towards each other. Step or hop to the outer edges of your feet. into Malasana. Keep your knees in the same direction than your toes. Lift the heart. Okay, and then straighten your legs. Come all the way up. Heel to your feet back together. How are we doing? Okay? All right. Let's do chair pose, and then from there we go to full Garudasana. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Lift the right heel. Cross your right leg above your left. Option 1, stay here and use your right foot as a kickstand, or cross your right foot behind the left. Firm your inner side towards each other and draw the right outer hip back. Hands forward, left arm above your right, and come into full Garudasana, what we did on the mat. Find the drishti, a gazing point. And very slowly start straightening your left leg. Bring your right knee into the chest. Take your right leg back and come into Virabhadrasana, one legs. So back toes are slightly forward, heel to heel or wider. Lift the chest, lift the arms. Take them as far up as you can. Bend your front knee. Release your hands, take them towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Heel to your left foot over to the right. Align your heel to arch again. Take your arms up by your side. Anchor your tailbone down. Relax your upper shoulders. Take an inhale. And exhale, windmill your arms down to the mat. Lift the right foot, step your left leg back. Lower through Chaturanga or stay in downward dog. Inhale, upward dog. Lift the chin, draw the back of the skull back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze, walk your hands towards each other. We start there again. Step or hop your feet forward. Lower down, Malasana. How is that? And straighten the legs, come all the way up. And we have the honor to do the other side. Okay. Bend your knees, inhale, Udgatasana. Ground your right foot, cross your left leg over the right, again stay here, or cross your foot behind the right calf. Hands forward, right arm above your left, and lift up. Press your forearms forward, away from you. And then very slowly release that leg, straighten the right leg, bring your left knee into the chest, and step your left leg back. Virabhadrasana, one legs, draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and lift the chest. Lift your arms. Then release your legs, your arms, take them towards the ceiling. And exhale back to the heart. Heel to your right foot over to the left. Align your heel to arch. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Anchor your tailbone down. And exhale, windmill your arms down to the mat. Step back, lower through Chaturanga or stay in downward dog, whatever you would like to do. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. I believe we deserve another child's pose. Lift the heels, lower the knees down, uncurl the toes and press back. Use your child's pose to restore a little bit. Restore your breath, restore your body. And then lift the gaze, walk your hands back, curl the toes under, and come back to Malasana. Actually, I take the blanket behind me and come into Malasana like that. So we do Puchabhidasana, and sometimes I fall backwards, so I take the blanket behind. Okay, so come up and walk your hands underneath, your arms underneath, and grab with the heels of the hands, both heels of your feet, and lower your shoulders as far down as you can. Okay, and now press your palms behind the heels. Now you look back and you have your bent elbows and they are like a seat. So you sit down onto your upper arms. Walk your feet together and then cross your right foot above your left, or the left foot above your right. So squeeze your outer knees in, lift the feet, navel center draws in, and then release and come back up into Malasana, hands to the heart. That was fun. A little arm balance. Okay, now we need to work with the wrists again. Okay, so straighten your legs, and again we take the right hand underneath your right foot, the left hand underneath the left. Shifting forward, massage with your feet, your toes, the wrists, elbows slightly out to the side, shoulder heads lift, head let go. Shift as far forward as you can and pull your arms upward as you press with your toes down. And then release your feet, release your hands. Take the blanket behind you and sit onto the blanket. I make it a little bit smaller. And then we take the right foot forward, flex the toes, and bend the left knee. And I take the heel as close as I can towards my sit bone, but have a space here between the right leg and the foot. Sit up very tall, draw the right femur bone back into the socket. Take both hands towards the sky. Press down into your sit bones and exhale, hinge forward. Release your hands. Option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, take your left arm out to the left side. Internally rotate that arm, take it behind you, and take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Now I reach the sternum away from the navel. And then release your hands, take them forward, and inhale, come back up. Exhale, take your right arm around your left knee, take your left hand behind you. Keep drawing the right outer hip back as you twist. Draw the right shoulder head back. Turn your chin over to the left. And inhale, slowly come back to the center and unwind. and come back to the center. And we straighten the left leg forward. Bend your right knee. And again, I have a space between the right foot and the left thigh. Keep drawing the left thigh bone, the left femur bone back into the socket. Press down into your right foot, into the sit bones. Reach up with your hands. Exhale, hinge forward. Take your right arm out to the right side. Internally rotate, take your hand back. Take your left hand back and grab your right wrist. Keep reaching forward with the sternum. Take it easy. Be kind. And then release your hands, reach them forward, and inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the right, hug your knee in, and as you hug your knee in, press your knee simultaneously into the arm to reach through the crown of the head and twist over to the right side. And inhale, come back to the center and unwind. And come back to the center. Take your right leg forward and shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, and then we lay down, back down onto the mat. And we already twisted, so we just go down slowly. I'll take a blanket. Take your hands forward and slowly roll down to the mat. Very slowly, bring your knees in, hug your knees in, sway from side to side, massage your lower back. And one more time, make yourself into a tiny little ball, grabbing the outer edges of your feet. Lift your forehead towards the knees. And then release and come into Shavasana. Take your hands by your side. Support your knees if you need to. Take a bolster underneath your knees. From side to side, roll the outer arms down. Palms are facing up. Keep your breath flowing, but let it be gentle and calm now. Softening your facial muscles, the skin around your eyes, relaxing your jaw and your forehead, releasing the tongue away from the top of the mouth. Soften behind your ears. And then completely let go. Relax your physical body completely into the mat. Letting go. I recommend 10 minutes staying here. You can shut off the video and just rest for 10 minutes. To come out of Shavasana, I show you that now. Stretch your legs, reach your arms overhead, stretch yourself completely. And then bend your knees, roll over to the right side, rest on your right arm. With the strength of your upper hand, press your hand into the mat, let the head be the last thing to come up, and sit up into a cross-legged position. Use a blanket underneath your sit bones. Sit up very tall, bring your hands to the heart. And honor your practice, honor your body, honor your soul, honor your mind. And take that joy off the mat. Namaste. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you.